U.S. President Donald Trump has deflected blame for the deaths of 2 Guatemalan children in U.S. custody and has instead pointed the finger at Democrats. Mr. Trump, whose administration has faced widespread criticism over the deaths, said on Twitter that it was the fault of Democrats and their pathetic immigration policies. He also tweeted that the children were very sick before they were given over to Border Patrol. They were his first comments on the deaths and were made on Saturday afternoon, the same day Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen was visiting Yuma, Arizona, to meet with medical staff at the border. Ms. Nielsen said the system is clearly overwhelmed and we must work together to address this humanitarian crisis. Any deaths of children or others at the border are strictly the fault of the Democrats and their pathetic immigration policies that allow people to make the long trek thinking they can enter our country illegally. They can't. If we had a wall, they wouldn't even try. The 2 children in question were very sick before they were given over to Border Patrol. The father of the young girl said it was not their fault, he hadn't given her water in days. Border Patrol needs the wall and it will all end. They are working so hard and getting so little credit. She called on Congress to act urgently and has also been briefed on secondary medical screenings and more thorough initial health screenings of migrants. Ms. Nielsen's trip came days after the death of 8-year-old Felipe Gomez Alonso in Alamogordo, New Mexico. Felipe was the second Guatemalan child to die in government custody in 3 weeks. A 7-year-old girl, Jacqueline Cal, died in El Paso earlier this month. Felipe and his father Agustin Gomez were apprehended by border agents on December 18 and detained at a processing center and then a border patrol station in El Paso. They were then taken to a facility in New Mexico, about 145 kilometers away. After an agent noticed Felipe coughing, he was taken to hospital with his father and was diagnosed with a common cold and was suffering from a fever. Felipe